Hello folks, I'm here today to discuss our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. You know, our state constitution says the right to bear arms shall not be questioned, and I swore an oath to protect this and all rights. Unfortunately, many citizens are completely unaware that this precious right is under attack every single day. Even many sportsmen think our right will never be eroded because the hunting culture is too strong. Nothing could be further from the truth. On any given day in our own state capitol and in the Capitol in Washington, well-funded anti-gun advocates walk the halls and introduce legislation to incrementally chip away our sacred rights. These are just a few of the anti-Second Amendment bills from this session. Number 1, registering and fingerprinting and taxing all gun owners, House Bill 610. Number 2, banning so-called assault weapons and ammunition, magazines greater than 10 rounds, House Bill 194. Number 3, requiring background checks for all ammunition purchases and no private sales. Of course, you probably never heard of these bills because we've been vigilant and either defeat them in committee or make sure they never come up for a vote. But the moment we lower our guard, these type bills could quietly become law, especially with an anti-gun governor. On the other side of the ledger, we have a number of pro-Second Amendment bills that would strengthen our rights. I'm proud to say many of them are mine. The first is constitutional carry. It removes the requirement for law-abiding citizens to be licensed to carry firearms in PA while providing a licensing process when leaving Pennsylvania to carry in other states. You know, we're already an open carry state, so there's no reason to ask the government for permission to put a coat over your weapon. The second bill is disparity of force. This bill enhances the Castle Doctrine protections by providing for the use of lethal force when there are multiple attackers or a disparity in size. Castle Doctrine does not cover use of lethal force outside your home to the same standard as inside your home. Outside your home, you are still required to see a weapon that could inflict serious bodily injury before using lethal force. Hesitating to meet that standard could cause your death. The next one prohibits gun registration. Some local communities and the Pennsylvania State Police maintain lists of gun owners, and this legislation would prohibit this. The next is what we call preemption. Municipalities across the state have been enacting local gun laws in violation of the state law prohibition, Title 18, Section 6120. There are House and Senate legislative bills pending right now. Last session, the legislature passed a similar preemption bill in 2014. Unfortunately, the state Supreme Court found the process of enactment was in violation of the Constitution and threw it out. We've reintroduced it this year, but it has not come up for a vote yet. We're pushing for a vote soon. Public housing gun ban. In many sectors, public housing is forcing tenants to surrender their right to bear arms and defend themselves. This legislation would prohibit this bias in the public sector. We are working hard to pass these type of bills, but the opposition to protecting freedom is great. The anti-gun groups are directed by out-of-state lobbyists and billionaires and are well-schooled at confronting and intimidating legislators from even voting on pro-gun legislation. Since we passed the Castle Doctrine in 2011, we have not had any major pro-gun legislation signed into law. I'm excluding my hunting with a semi-automatic rifle bill, which recently passed by amending it into an air rifle bill. I will keep working to pass landmark pro-gun legislation that strengthens our right to keep and bear arms, as is happening in many other states. We need you to help by spreading the word. Attend the rallies in Harrisburg, like the Second Amendment rally scheduled every year in May. Educate yourself on these issues and lobby your state and federal legislators. Let them know you support good Second Amendment legislation, such as mine above, and that you are concerned about the continuing drumbeat for more gun laws when we are not enforcing the ones we have now. Together, we will not only defeat the anti-gun lobby and its minions, but we will pursue and enact major legislation that will reclaim lost freedoms and protect and improve your constitutional right to keep and bear arms. Until next time, God bless.